Hello, I'm Jean Maguire, and this is part 2 of Rev John Patrick Maguire, who was a missionary in the Congo. So, continuing with the second part. In the meantime, at the second mission statement further up, 3 more Norbertines died in quick succession. Brother Shinkins, only 20 years old, Van Hoof, 30 years old, Bertrand, 27 years old. Now Father Maguire is sent to Armandi, the new station under construction. Here he did his pioneer work until 1905, but he met with all kinds of tragic events. Sister Crowbells, 31, died of malaria. Father Tills, sick and trying to return to Belgium, died on the ship. Now Father Maguire is all alone, the bustling mission, and calls for help. Father Van Junsen, the future Norbertine bishop, and Brother Brushnell come to his aid. Brunel is the builder. His job was to build the church. Under his supervision and guidance, thousands upon thousands of stones and bricks were molded, clay, dried in the sun, and finally baked in the huge field oven. The Norbertine fathers are building the first church of durable material instead of mud. In 1904, he's proud to lay the cornerstone of the first church, which is then blessed by Monsignor in 1905. The very first stone church in the whole northeastern province of Congo, and the prefecture stands in lofty grandeur in the midst of dense tropical forest. In 1905, he takes a vacation, returns to Tongolou. He continues on to the States to visit his family in Chicago. At Christmas 1905, he's already back on a mission in Congo, where he becomes the superior of Manda, furthest mission deep in the rainforest. Under his care, the mission grows by leaps and bounds. First, he acquires woodsmen with their hand saws, who fell the trees and rainforest and cut into beams and planking. He builds an area for furniture makers, beds, tables, chairs, windows. He needs welders, ironworkers, tanners to make shoes and boats. He needs tiles, gutters, paints, etc. In 1906, a new missionary, Father Custer, joins him. Now Mondi has 5 Norbertines and 4 sisters. The mission is expanding. There's 95 boys and 86 girls in the orphanage. And the sisters teach the girls sewing and washing, ironing, besides working in the gardens, and the boys are put to work in the furniture shop, stone masonry, agriculture, basket weaving, and tree cutting. All the buildings are now in stone: the church, mission house, schools, dormitories, and workshops. Armadi becomes a big town. In 1906, there's about 20,000 people living there. Besides the main mission station in Armadi, there are now 16 forest chapels, all still in mud and under the supervision of a catechist. But sickness and death continue to plague the mission. In 1908, Sister Gunda dies of malaria, and Brother Allison, Father Bertrand, all missionaries who gave their young lives to the church and their God. Still, Father Maguire has an iron constitution. He now travels by donkey deeper and deeper into the rainforest. His donkey dies, but he continues on foot to the bush at Bambi, Anglo, and Bimba. So in our family, we say we're stronger than donkeys. In his determination to extend his work, Father Maguire decided to visit some fierce man-eating tribes north of the Ulele River. The commandant of the Belgian Congo, and hearing his determination, sought to dissuade him, saying it couldn't be made with less than 5,000 men. But Father Maguire went there with 100 bearers and succeeded in establishing chapels and instructing people in Catholicism. King Albert of Belgium, upon hearing about Father Maguire's daring undertaking, gave him the Knights of the Leonard Order in 1911. After a short vacation in Europe, we find him again in Mbambo, ministering to people of the forest, founding new missions of Zambui, Laya, Monji, each mission a day of walking distance. Father Maguire is named superior of the mission in Zambui, where he puts 1 year before going to Europe. The First World War traps him in Tongolou, Belgium, where he aids the victims of the war and works as chief lieutenant under his close friend, Cardinal Mercer. When his mother lays dying in 1919, he petitions the German general von Blessing to leave for Chicago. He's repeatedly denied. He does not know his mother has died until he reaches England in 17. Right after the war, he travels to Chicago for a family visit. Tragically, in the midst of his family, he becomes very sick with a combination of flu, pneumonia, and malaria, and collapses while saying Mass at St. Henry's Church in Chicago. Dies in 1919. Friends of Father Maguire said he died of a broken heart after the loss of his mother. He was 60 years old. He's buried at St. Ignatius Church with burial at Calvary Cemetery in Evanston, and the tall obelisk reads, IHS, pray for the soul of Very Reverend Patrick Maguire, regular Superior Congo Missions, Knight of the Leon Order, born in Ireland in 58, ordained in Belgium in 84, died in 1919. Rest in peace. For the full 16 years Father Maguire performed pioneer work at the beginning as an Argentine mission was still ongoing, being in very difficult circumstances. In 2003, I met 3 gentlemen from the Republic of Congo, then formerly Belgian Congo. They told me they'd never seen a white man, let alone a white priest in their area. They said their cities were safe, but the neighboring tribes were at war. Soon after, I received this note from the Jesuit priest, showing that even though the Norbertine priests eventually abandoned their mission in Congo, the Jesuit priests took over today. Father Roro, provisional superior of the Congolese province, wrote recently about his return to Congo. This trip took a long time because of entering Congo. I stopped at Beni, a city near the frontier, visited the communities. Butembo would be becoming a new novitiate. Mombasa to figure out what to do about the war and pillage. And in Baba, after the conferees departed, only one priest remains in each parish. And in Bambi, I found doctors and Father Zanzati, a young Brazilian priest who just arrived from the Congo. Despite the fact he doesn't know French and Swahili, he's doing okay. Since he's alone in Bambi, he now began to take an interest in the schools in our house, which he needs caring and re-roofing. While I was there, I had a visit with the bishop, an ordained young man of his diocese, and conferring a deaconate on 5 others. This is a real shot in the arm for this diocese, who in the last 5 years has lost 4 priests, 3 died and 1 left. As regarding Mombasa, I found the situation rather calm. The city itself, there was a few UN observers from the soldiers who were responsible for the recent conflicts had retreated. In Mombasa, there are still about 6,000 refugees. Despite the fact that the refugees come from different locations and tribes at the moment, there's no outbreak of savagery and the danger is always present. Well, be sure and like this video and share it, parts 1 and part 2. And if you'd like to give me to give a talk to your club or organization, you can contact me at jean@mylegacywomen.com. Thank you.